Welcome back to the Confidad Podcast. My name is Dan Tinquist, your host. So glad you chose to join us today. Let's start our episode with our fatherhood mindset. I'm the only one who can fulfill the father role I have, so I choose to do it well. I get to show up well for my kids. Imperfection is reality. Ownership is a choice. Today is brand new. So is tomorrow. I am wholly loved, so I will love wholly. Today in our equipping section, I want to give you a very tangible tool to analyze for yourself how connected your kids are. This may not be something that is universal, but I see it fairly consistently with my clients and my own life anecdotally. So take it with a grain of salt, but I bet if you start to listen and start to analyze your own fatherhood connection through this tool, it'll be helpful for you. So ask yourself this question. When was the last time that your kid talked to you with different vocabulary and a different tone than they do their friends? I'll see kids walking around or out at the rink or the ball diamond or wherever it is, talking to their parents the exact same way that they do to their friends. Sup, brother? Sup, bro? Hey, what's going on? I'm a boy dad, right? So there's lots of dudes and brothers and kids and whatever. But the reality is that our kids are going to talk to us differently than they do to their friends if they feel safe. Because here's what's happening. When they're using that language, they're putting on kind of an identity or a facade of like, oh, I'm cool. I got to use the language that my friends use, and it's cool to talk like this or whatever. The reality is, if they feel comfortable with you, they may still say to you like, what's up, bro? Hey, man, what's going on? But in the moments of quiet connection, are they able to change their vernacular, to code switch, to be able to say, I'm safe. I'm with my dad now. I don't have to put on a facade. I don't have to pretend to be cool or pretend to have it all together or use the right words because I'm scared that I'm going to get it wrong. You see, I see a lot of this in fatherhood where dad's main communication tool with their kids is either correction or teasing. And when those are your only two ways of communicating with your kids because you are uncomfortable to do anything else, you're too uncomfortable to do it any other way, it does not allow your kids to feel safe. They also feel that they need to put on some sort of teasing or some sort of facade, some sort of putting on a show in order to be safe with you. So, when's the last time your kid asked you a question or talked to you differently than they did their peers? This is probably for preteen kids to teenage kids, a little bit different age group than some of you have. But keep this in the back of your mind if you got young kids to understand that it may come up someday. If your kids don't feel safe to speak with you without a facade, that should be a red flag for you. You might go like, how do I move forward? Now that I know, now that I go like, oh gosh, I am either only correcting my kids or teasing them. How do I create a safe space? I'll tell you this, it doesn't happen overnight and it will not happen without intention, but it is possible on a like 1% better every day marginal improvement trajectory. Take some time today. I'll equip you and empower you right now. Take some time today. Remove the phone out of the equation, any other device. If you've got a smartwatch, get rid of it. Have it be in a totally different room than you and your kid that this issue is presenting itself with. And just choose to listen. Ask an open-ended question. In my time well spent method, I talk a lot about hearing, seeing, and knowing your kids. But in the hearing part, it has everything to do with asking good prompts and having the right posture, right? So what kind of questions can you ask? Hey, what made you happy today? Anything make you sad today? What was it? Tell me about it. So open-ended questions aren't answered with no, yes, or sure. They're answered with a sentence, with tell me more about that, with an open-ended opportunity for your kid to unpack. Now, having an expectation that your kid is going to feel safe with you the first time, not happening. Probably not happening. Maybe. That'd be great. Awesome. But if you consistently and predictably show up in your kid's life in the same moment every day to say, I'm going to choose to make this moment in my day the time that I hear from my kid and know that kid better, I promise you, the wall will start to break down and the bridge will start to be built where they say, oh, maybe dad is a safe space. Maybe he isn't always going to be correcting me or always going to be teasing me. He is becoming a dad that is safe for me. He's becoming a person who can be confident in his ability. Maybe awkward at first, maybe difficult for you, but this is an opportunity to man up and be the dad that your kids need. If you're only ever correcting or teasing your kid, I promise you, they don't feel safe to talk about the hard things they're going through. And if puberty is right around the corner for your son, there's no such thing as like a talk that's enough. You can have the talk and then be like, all right, go, like, good luck. I hope you whatever. Or you can develop a relationship where your kid is going to run to you when they have those questions about the talk or whatever else it is. Do you want to take control of this? Do you want to man up and live the life that you want? Or you just want to just kind of lay back and be like, it's fine. I'm giving you what you need. I've made enough money to buy you your sports equipment or whatever, your instruments. And so like, hey, you just do your life and I'll be over here ready to correct you when you get it wrong and tease you when I don't know how else to interact with you. If this is your story and teasing and correction is really your only interactions with your kids, let me tell you that there's a better way. There's a different way. You don't have to stop teasing your kids. You don't have to stop correcting them. In fact, I wouldn't encourage that. I would say, how can you find room and space in your life to create those moments where your kids know? In that moment, when I get home from school and I'm carrying all the stuff from school that I'm carrying, whether it's stress about grades, social anxiety, frustration with a friend, any of that, that dad's going to be there for me. He's going to be fully present. He's going to be ready to listen. He's going to be ready to hold me accountable. He's going to be ready to help me learn what does it look like to grow up and to become a confident, interdependent, healthy adult. You have the opportunity to do this. The onus is on you, though. Your kids aren't going to do it for you, and your wife ain't going to do it for you. And so are you able to step up to the plate and be a man and create that space for your kids to say, I want to run to you? Because I promise you this, if you're able to develop this type of relationship with your sons and daughters as a dad, they are aching for it. Kids are aching for a safe place to run to when they have questions, a safe place to run to when they make mistakes, a safe place to bounce ideas and dreams and failures off of without judgment, without teasing, without correction. And this is a skill that needs to be honed like anything else. And so you're going to get it wrong. But as long as you stay consistent, as long as you become predictable and you tell your kids, I'm committed to becoming a safe place for you, they will begin to trust you with the deep things, the hard things, the good things, the bad things. There's a different way of fatherhood that's available to you if you want it. You want it? Can I empower you and challenge you today with that? If the way that you're doing fatherhood feels constricted, it feels unsafe to your kids in the sense of like emotional safety, there's a different way. The onus is on you to do it. So you're going to man up, become the dad your kids need, or just parent by default and let the status quo define it. Choice is yours. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode.